What up everybody, it's your boy Joseph, and one of my subscribers asked me in my stream, how do you get to girls? And since this is an interesting question, I decided to actually answer it with a video and tell you how. The truth is, nobody really loves you for who you are. People will love you for what you do. So if you can make things happen for people, in other words, look at what people want and actually finding ways and solutions to be the source and supply people with that. If you're a freshman in college, what does everybody want? Everybody wants to have fun and the hottest girls. And the way you can make this happen is by throwing parties. In my senior years, I would be throwing so many parties, and from 1 minute to the next, my status would elevate. People who I didn't even know would know me and turn up to my parties. And the reason why my parties were the best is not because I know how to throw parties. It's mainly because I know what people want. And life is all about setup. So you get a lot of alcohol, the girls will come. And if the girls will come, the boys will follow. And what I usually would do is I would make it a 3-to-1 ratio. So for every one guy, there'll be 3 girls. So by default, my parties were the best. Since there were more women than guys, it kind of changed the dynamic a little bit. For example, in the club, usually there is a lot of sausage festivals. Like there's 10 guys for every 1 girl. So every girl literally gets hit on 10 times and they get really annoyed, irritated and creeped out, in fact. So it's really hard to pull. But when I throw the parties, not only do the girls come to me, but also there's so many of them that not all of them get hit on. So they in a way have to compete with each other for attention and validation. And validation is one of the things that girls crave. In order to feel somewhat validated, they will look for someone to sleep with. And when they're fighting over you, let them. Always give the impression as though they haven't really won you over yet. By doing that, they will try harder, they will do all the talking, they will do all the flirting, and you just sit there and don't do anything. In fact, it's the best thing you can do, because the mistake I see is people either talking too much and fucking it up, or chasing the girls and having to go for low-hanging fruit. If you go for low-hanging fruit, which is quote-unquote unattractive girls, then that's all you will get. And there you have it. That's how you get the girls. Literally by just setting yourself up in such a way where you're able to provide people with what they want. Not long after, word of mouth will go around and things will go in your favor. After the first ever party I've ever thrown, there were girls that I've never met before. They came up to me really bitchy and saying, how come we weren't invited to your party? And I just told them, look, there were just too many people. And they responded, and we didn't make the cut. And I already knew it's on. So the actual trick is not chasing them, but letting them come to you and setting the situation as such that you are at an advantage where they have to compete with each other and get laid with the least amount of work. I hope that helps. If you think it was useful, give it a comment and a like, and I'll see you next week.